Hello students, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jagdeep. In this video series, we are studying about supply analysis. In our previous video, we talked about factors affecting individual supply. This video shall focus on factors influencing market supply. So without wasting any time further, let's get started. I've already explained what market supply is in my first lecture of this particular series. For those who don't know what market supply is, you could check the video out over here somewhere on the I button. Okay. So when we talk about market supply and the factors affecting it, ideally all the factors that we studied in the previous video would affect market supply, along with all the factors that we are going to take a look at in today's video. So the first factor that we see is the number of firms. How many sellers or how many producers are in a given market for a production of a given commodity. Ideally, if there are more firms or more production units for that XYZ commodity, then there'll be more production and hence more supply. The opposite would also hold true. That means if the existing firms quit the market and there are fewer firms now producing the commodity, the production will fall and so will the supply. The next factor is future expectation of price. Now this is a factor we've already studied in the demand analysis as well, but the way it impacts here is a little different since we are thinking from the producer's perspective. So since a producer would want to maximize his profit, and if he or she is expecting the future prices to go up, then the current supply would fall because it will be more profitable for the seller to sell in the future when the prices are expected to increase. The opposite would also hold true. I did not write it, but I think we can figure it out. So if the future prices are expected to fall, then the current supply would go up because it might not be profitable to sell in the future because prices are falling and a seller would want to offer more for sale at higher prices. Clear? The next factor is infrastructural facilities. So infrastructural facilities could also be indicated as means of transport and communication. So if these facilities are good in a given market, that is, the transport and communication facilities are good. That means people have access to market information. There's ease of transportation for firms to ensure raw materials are coming in time. The finished goods are going out of the production unit in time. Then the market supply is going to be smooth and it'll be easier to maintain adequate supply of goods in that market. On the other hand, if the services are poor, if these facilities are poor, say for example roads are broken or probably the communication is not that advanced or sellers do not have access to the information that they would need to make production oriented decisions, then it is possible that the supply would be inadequate and hence the market supply in this scenario where the means of transport and communication are poor would be low. Alright, so these were the three factors that would specifically relate to market supply. Let's take a look at what is a supply function. So just like we studied in demand, the supply of a given commodity would also depend upon all the factors that we had just taken a look at, and on the basis of that, supply function could be studied in the form of individual supply function and a market supply function. Alright, so individual supply function is basically the relationship between the supply of the given commodity, in this case it is X, with regards to the factors that affect its supply. So these are the same factors we studied in the previous video. Those who have missed the video, please check out the video in the I button. So supply of commodity X is a function of or is dependent on price of the commodity, price of the related commodities, taxes, goals of the firms, the state of technology, and prices of the factors of production. So that makes it the individual supply function. As I said in the beginning of the class, market supply depends upon all the factors that we've studied so far. So since it is affected by all the factors, the market supply function is going to be a still elaborated with regards to all the factors that we've studied so far. So supply of commodity X is a function of the price of the same commodity, which is X, price of related goods, goals of the firms, price of factors of production, state of technology, taxes, number of firms, future expectations, and means of transport and communication. With this, we are done with the factors affecting supply, both individual and market. In our next video, we shall take a look at the law of supply. Students, if you find my videos useful, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you find learning through long videos daunting, you could also follow me over my Instagram channel. You would learn the same concepts in a shorter duration. Students, if you enjoy learning with me, join my live online classes for deeper understanding, personal guidance and exam success. Check out the details in the description box. So I shall meet you in the next video. Until then, bye now. Take care.